This playthrough is rated M for mature.
Who knew that a protagonist from a previous game could become a damsel in distress? Greetings and salutations, viewers. We're back here with another episode of Shadow Hearts. In the last episode, we went behind the Judgement Door in the Namaton Monastery, and we know Albert Simon, who called himself Roger Bacon throughout the whole game, is behind this door with Koudelka in tow. Can we save her? Let's find out. So before we go in, make sure to have everyone with either crucifixes, or if you don't have crucifixes, Leonardo's bears, equipped to whoever your party members is. Or are, and also quit the willpower, because Albert Simon has a lot of, spoilers, we're going to be fighting Albert Simon. He has a lot, one of his attacks will lower your SP, so this will prevent it from getting worse, especially if you have someone like Alice, which you pretty much have to have Alice, and I have the Anna's Cross, just when she does go berserk, we can just use that instead of using her turn to use an item on it. I decided to have Keith, obviously. I decided to give him the demon earrings, just to get a bit more juice out of his attacks, and Yuri with the willpower, of course. And then obviously before we go, make sure we're completely healed. So let's have a really good ability to have for this fight is Arc for Alice. This makes this fight a lot easier because it completely restores our HP. It costs a lot, but hey, some great things cost a lot. The only thing you don't have to worry about her is keeping her MP up. So. Other than that, we're not going to be doing much magic with Yuri, so I can actually not really worry about that. But I can give Alice a little bit max on that. We'll probably just mainly be attacking with Keith, but I'll go and use a seed on him anyway. So, all right, I think that's it. Yeah, sure. We might do some backup healing with Yuri just in case, but probably not even have to worry about it. All right, time to tackle Simon and see if we can stop him. Move ahead. All right, let's go. All right, stealing from Magus's lair, are we? Well, this is quite a place. Hard to believe the basement contains all this. It's enough to make the hairs on the back of my neck stand up straight. The spirits in this place are very different from any other place. They don't feel any happiness or pain. They're just nothingness that floats around. Maybe those graves aren't for humans. I've been expecting you. Bacon. Bacon! God, like, after this whole game, why is he still calling Bacon? We know he's Albert. Anyway, Albert, old buddy, where are you hiding these days? I'm right above you. Please come on up. You just sit tight. We'll be there before you know it. Yeah, it's hard to take a guy seriously when he's called Bacon. Yeah, I know that's the name of a real person. I'm just, like Kevin Bacon and stuff like that. It's just the things that go with the term Bacon. It's hard to. Walter Bacon was certain that the door of judgment would open. So this is all part of your plan too, eh? So you're not planning on running this time then? This is the big finale for me, you see, which means you'll fall and be able to achieve closure as well. Oh yeah, before fighting Albert, I forgot to mention, make sure, if you're trying to go for like 100% completion type of stuff, make sure to get the Destruction Stone by doing the color puzzle in this place before fighting Albert. After this, there's no point in doing it. Albert, what are you planning? Is it the same as the Demon's Gate invocation? Alice, I broke the seal inside the Vatican and stole the 3 sacred books. The first is the Pulse Tract, which with it one can command the earth veins in order to awake an ancient god. Dehwa went far with this, but he woke the seraphic radiance, but somehow it remained sealed within that bore. Next is the Emigre document. It creates life from nothing and can be used to summon a god of death. But both Patrick and Jack failed, then was succeeded in making a soulless puppet. And finally the Codex Illyri. It tells us how to summon the other god, which I am now attempting. Keep that in mind, viewer, about the books. Just a heads up. An omnipotent god from the far reaches of space shall descend upon Earth to cleanse us. I like the fact that the gods are basically just aliens in this world. I mean, that's where Shadow Hearts definitely takes in a lot of concepts from different mythologies, but they also draw interestingly enough from Cthulhian mythology, that a lot of powerful beings, are from like space and are just creatures far above our understanding. Hey now, you quack magician. I can't let you do that. Isn't that Zhu Jin's description? You can't hurt others just so you can play this game of misplaced vengeance. Yuri, you still haven't figured it out. That in order to be in the new, we must first wipe the slate clean. Shut up! Who do you think you are, some god? Don't flatter yourself. You're no different than me, an ordinary pathetic human. You've got plenty of excuses, but I think you're just after revenge for what happened in the past. My father worked hard to protect this world. I'm not letting a deluded scheme take it all away. Fool! What value is there in a rotten world such as this? Do you really believe that your power alone is enough to right all the injustices of the world? I can see it, not perfectly, but I can see the future in store for this world. A few foolish elites will soon bring about a tragedy which will inflict great misery upon us all. None will escape, and earth will overflow with the screaming of the dead who know not yet their fate. An iron behemoth shall rise, and in a flash countless lives will be snuffed out, a hopeless future. We mustn't bring this future upon the world, but this terrible vision is drawing near as we speak. So, before that hell is upon us, we must begin again, and that is precisely what I intend to do. Hit with the Sith lightning. You're a lunatic. You're a loony. The sages of every age were called that. Let history decide whether my actions were good or bad. For now we must simply forge ahead. Koudelka, witch of dark flames, come with me and let us raise the throne of the other gods. The legacy of the ancient gods. Namito. Now it looks like Koudelka's had enough. What? But what? The power flow has stopped. The float cannot be raised. Koudelka, is it you? Stop now. You can't defeat me with your power. You're going to disappear into the darkness with me, to a world of nothingness. No, it cannot be. Are you saying that you intend to kill us both? You wouldn't understand. I'd give my life to save that child's future without a second thought. I think there's some dialogue here if you have Haley, which I probably should, in retrospect, I probably should have brought Haley with me, but, I mean, what? Now. And Haley is a really good party member. He's probably one of the better party members because of his ESP being able to cover all different elements. No, you cannot! Looks like Bacon still has a few tricks up his sleeve. Koudelka! No. The soul contract. Exactly, with aim on master destruction. I wanted to save this power for last, but I have no choice. Yar! Fly upwards, Nimito! Albert! Yuri, come for me. You think you're the only one with fusion powers? We may not be the only one with fusion powers, but we're the best at it. For boss time against Albert Simon himself. But what do you mean about fusion? But anyway, Albert Simon has 4,000 HP, 900 MP. He is Dark Element. He drops the Angel Earrings, 3,500 experience, and 18,000 cash. So let's get to it. So since he's Dark Elemental, let's use and sell Dolphin. Although you don't have to use him. You could use anything with usually any fusion and just have Alice cast Holy Edge on you. Now the reason you might want to use like a Light Elemental is to use all their special ability, but unfortunately I don't have that because I haven't shown how to get that yet. We don't need it for this fight because I'm mainly just going to use Yuri's attack. So the only problem is I don't have a lot of SP because of I don't have the bracelet because I wanted to equip the casting Holy Crest, this is the thing that reduces our SP if we didn't have will powers. Yeah, opens up the Ark of the Covenant. Interesting thing about that movie is that if Indiana Jones didn't do anything in the movie, it would have ended up the same anyway. But anyway, yeah, what it does is it does an okay amount of damage, but it lowers your SP when it does it. But because we have the will powers, it won't do anything to me. So, good. Whoops. No, I wanted Holy Edge. Let's cast that on Keith. And then we'll use it on Yuri. The only problem with using Yuri's most powerful summon without the bracelet is, yeah, his SP is like ridiculously low right now. But it almost makes him on par with Alice, so there you go. So let's just attack. Yeah, and I'm not trying to go into growth for crits for Keith because of his Judgement Ring is so small, you know. Yeah, we're just like wrecking his HP. Alright, let's cast Holy Edge on Yuri. Mainly Alice is here to buff and heal. That's pretty much it. And then whoever else you bring with you will be attacking or maybe support buffing or whatever. God, look at all that damage I'm doing to Bacon. Yeah, he's almost out. He's almost done. What the? Yeah, he's got a fusion and aim on. Oof. Wait, if he's got a fusion, I wonder. But anyway. Ow. Yeah, this is why you want his atomic dust does a ton of damage, and when he turns into Amon, he completely heals, so he's back up to 4,000. Now, Amon is, as far as I'm aware of, is tied to a specific element. He's dashed, so it doesn't really matter what thing we have on. We did Holy Edge just so we could do a lot of damage to Bacon in that form of his. But anyway, let's activate Arc. Yeah, see, there's no ring specific because it heals everything, so there's no like crit on this thing. And it heals us completely, so alright, back to fighting. But yeah, back to 4,000. Yeah, we almost like whoops. We almost killed Bacon. Nah. That's gonna happen every once in a while where I'm not paying attention to my ring attacks, so and I'll miss every once in a while. Whew. If you didn't have the HP or levels, she probably would have died from that. So, all right, let's go and cure her. That should be heal enough, hopefully. Ooh, no, I'll have to heal her again. All right. Because that's not that like. Well, there is a randomness to it. I mean, there's a chance that maybe Alice might survive a hit if she gets hit again, but I guess we'll see what happens. Ow. Good thing Keith can the only reason he took so much damage is because I put those earrings on him. If not, he wouldn't have taken that much damage. But I can always heal with Keith with his blood suck ability. So yeah, as long as you have the levels in your prepare, this guy isn't too bad. He can be dangerous, but not too bad. Still a cool fight, though. You know, 2 forms and all that other stuff, so. Yeah, not as much damage if I physically attacked him, but better to heal than not heal, so. And here comes Atomic Dust again, so. It almost looks like he's like, you know, disintegrating us or something like that, you know. I can take another hit, but the thing is, he does have that, the atomic blast, which can do a lot of pinpoint damage. So better just to heal everyone. If you don't have, for some reason, if you don't have the levels for Arc that Alice, which I don't know how you couldn't, you know, especially with how much how much you get attacked in the dungeon here. But if you don't, then using Yuri's light summon, and even if you only have the second form, you could use that healing ability as well. So. And he's starting to wiggle and wobbling. Ouch. Quit punching me. I guess he failed his Judgement Ring too, otherwise he would do a decent amount of damage. But anyway, since we have nothing to do, let's go and Bless Light us. Or him, I mean. Get a little extra damage. It won't do any extra damage because of his element, but yeah, decent. Might have to use a Pure Root on Yuri here pretty soon. I might be able to finish him off before that, though, but we'll see what happens. So. Yeah, just keep blood sucking this powerful entity. It's just kind of weird how, like, when you really think about, oh, that's enough. All right, he's dead. Take that, Simon. Alright, everyone gained a level. Nice. And, well, if you have the Destruction Stone, you get the Soul of Amon. Yeah, if you don't have that, you lose out on it. But yeah, that's a cool little feature that if you get the Destruction Stone, boom, you get that. But I'll show that off later. No, the Soul contract. I cannot lose. It's over. It's all over now. You're overconfident. It is I who will end it. Haven't you noticed? All the power generated by our battle has been transferred to the throat. What? Soon the throat will appear. You cannot stop it now. I've won. I have won! Dang it! Wait!
Achieve it. Behold! Worms who convicted me in Nuremberg 400 years ago. Behold the fruits of your folly. This light, this storm, now is the end of the world! Oh, glorious throne of the Lord on high, Yamato. This is indeed the signpost to a new tomorrow. The medium by which God shall bestow a new future on a world despoiled by human corruption. Oh God, at last the time has come. From the distant reaches of the universe and time, descend now upon this earth. Thousands upon thousands before me have tried, but failed. But I am the one who will finally achieve it! What is it? The flow There's nothing you can do to stop it now. Son of a... 7 days from now, God shall descend to Earth. You can wave your fists all you want. It will change absolutely nothing! Force of all living things, all will be stopped. Soon, death will rain down upon the earth like manna.
Well, you can't quite have the end of an RPG without a floating fortress either made out of crystals or whatever, so... Yep, we've, Nimito has risen, which means the final dungeon of the game has, appeared.
That was quick. How's she doing?
She's resting in London Rat's hideout. She's in better shape than I thought. By the way, if you have Haley with you, there's some, extra dialogue here, obviously, but... Like, with him, I mean.
I'm glad to hear that, but... Well, our trouble is just starting, I'm afraid.
Hey, Rog, what is that big castle-looking thing anyway?
It's one of those legacy left behind by beings who visited this planet long ago. It's Neem.
When you say one of the legacies, do you mean there are other things like that out there?
Yeah, definitely. About 100 of them, I'd guess.
That many? We're not going to find 100 of them, by the way, viewers. We'll find some of them, but...
All that remains is ruins, but there was a person in the past who tried to revive them several times. It's just like the renowned Tower of Babel. It's not something that can be easily controlled by humans.
But Dracula could keep coming back by the power of humans. That Elber guy, he said the gods would fly from the depths of the sky, but what is that Neem machine? Mean bean machine?
It was he who said that Neem means float in the ancient tongue of Ebi. Do you know what a float is? It's the thing that bobs when a fish bites when you're fishing. Once the float goes up, God will home in on it from the M72 Nebula, some 4,800,000 light years away.
That's a long distance travel. Hopefully it's worth it. You mean God lives that far away? That doesn't sound right somehow. Yeah, I know.
Calling it God is something humans dreamed up themselves. More precisely, it's an alien organism.
So God is an alien, huh? I always thought he sits on this leaf with his hands like this. Well, we don't know what you say like this. You have a model, but you weren't doing anything.
That's Buddha. Listen, if you saw a human with the eyes of an ant, they would seem overwhelmingly huge, right? You wouldn't want to fight them, would you? Ants may not understand it, but humans could almost be their god figure for them.
So are you saying that this is the organism from space? We're the same, just like ants? This is where the Cthulhian idea of overwhelming beings are, is that we're just so minor to them that we're basically ants.
That's correct.
So I'm an ant, huh? Well, why is it that you're depressed? Well, that's the problem. That's the thing with Cthulhian mythos as well. Same thing. People go insane or crazy when they think about the idea that we're just insignificant specks in the grand cosmos of reality and the universe itself. Because really, humans are just a speck. We're nothing. We think we're so important, but it can make one depressed, I'll admit.
Something too overwhelmingly powerful for humans to deal with is coming to this planet. I suppose if that happens, Earth and everything on it will be wiped out.
What's wrong? Well, that's what we gotta fight, right?
What? You really intend to fight?
I mean, it's an RPG, so... Isn't there any way to stop it? Is Albert really going to bring about the destruction of the world?
There is a way. We've got to destroy the float inside Neem before God homes in on it.
Can it really be done? But it's floating in space.
And that's where the instantaneous matter transporter will come into play.
What? You mean a teleporter? We got a teleporter on... What do you think we have on this thing? A Cuisinart?
Go and start that generator for me.
Okay. Wait, is that just a running... Oh yeah, by the way, the song that plays for bacon is called Bacon Juice. Gross, huh? But wait, isn't that just a running pad or whatever? Huh? This is the generator? How do I start it?
Get on top of it and run.
It's one of those battery generators, huh?
Run, I said, run. I'm not getting enough power.
Why do I have to do this? Oh, whoa! All right, now we have to do the spin ring to do this. So let's see if we can spin to win. So hopefully Yuri is on the ball. Yep.
Good, now we're moving. All right, here we go.
Whoa. He's gone. Yeah, huh? He's gone. Where'd he go? What the?
I'm back.
Did you just come from outer frickin' space?
Did you see that? You saw what my teleporter is capable of, right? You can go anywhere using my teleporter.
So we can go to the float. Yeah, it's pretty amazing, but didn't you almost get killed there? Yeah, how did he get back? Did he jump from space? Is that what happened?
What's wrong with you? You're imagining things. It may still need a slight adjustment, but pretty great, huh? If you set the target to deemed specific coordinates, it flies right in.
There must be another way.
There is none.
Well, okay. I don't know why the idea of her being like, are you sure there's no other way? And he's like, no. She's like, oh, all right. She just kind of gives up and fighting it. Okay, then. See what I mean? Either we die in this machine or at the hands of the alien organism. We shall throw the dice and let fate decide. How interesting.
You really don't trust me, huh? I can't believe it. You speak that way about my greatest invention.
No, I didn't mean anything. Yeah, that's right, Rog. We love your machine, so take us to the stars. Neem, here we come.
Trust me, I'll make sure to get you there safely. I promise. Promise. Promise! Since we made our decision, I'll get ready. Please get ready for Departure 2, everyone.
We're going to have takeoff soon. Should we go back to the hideout, too? If you're playing as Haley, he mentions going to see Mom. But, yeah, let's go back. Before we talk to Roger, let's go back to the London rats, because they said Koudelka has been resting, so that's where she's at right now. So let's head back there. Actually, I guess we could talk to Raj. We can't... Actually, let's see if he says anything before we go, just to see if he has any extra... Because he has to work on the machine, so he can't leave right now. So it's a way to basically transition the scene. So
time to get to work. I never thought my pizza delivery machine would save mankind.
Pizza delivery? Is pizza even a thing that was invented by this point? No, maybe. I actually don't remember the first invention of pizza. I've heard the story is that it was actually invented in New York. It actually isn't originally an Italian meal. I mean, maybe the person invented in New York was Italian in descent, perhaps. But I think that's still rumor and speculation, if I recall. But you'll have to... Anyway, let's head back to London and the Old Castle Street and see what's going on. So. Oh, yeah, and let's just go talk to everyone there, so. The nice, silly London music. Who knew? Who knew how silly it would be? Oh, yeah, no one's in the streets or everything like that, huh? Actually, I'll have to talk to the people in town, see if they have any new dialogue for the float appearing in the sky, but for now, we shall go to Koudelka. How you doing, Chris? Would you like to change party members? Oh, no, that's fine. Apparently you're doing Maywan's job. Hey, Margaret.
Oh, I'm so bored. Kids ready to tie you out. Take me with you, too.
Big bro, Mommy did it. Yippee, yippee. Mommy? Oh, yeah, that's probably what they call Koudelka. I wouldn't be surprised. So. See what everyone else has to say. Hey, Zhuzhen? All right, is it time for me to jump in again? Just give me a shout anytime you're short-handed. All right. Haley, thou hast not even won even once. Mom, are you okay? You shouldn't get up just yet. I know, but I'm okay. After 3 years, we're finally together. I'm so sorry, Mom. I wanted to go see you sooner. It's okay, Haley. It must have been very difficult for you. You've done a great thing here. Well, it's all thanks to the little ones. I've got to protect them. ... How have you grown, Haley? Mom. What is it? I'm gonna fight until the end with Yuri. Will you be okay with that? As long as you promise to come back to me like your father did. You're beginning to look a lot like him. Dad? Yes, your father always kept his promises. Thanks to your father, I'm here with you now. I promise I'll be back. Let's go to America together. We'll take a boat with Chris, Sharon, Joshua, and meet Dad. Haley. That's what we'll do, right, Mom? Okay. All right, I promise. So apparently Edward's in America. Yeah, a lot of people think he died, but according to him, Edward's just in America. I guess maybe trying to find, like, get money and like. That's the supposed who the friend in not probably Blitzkrieg, the friend that they're talking about is supposed to be possibly Edward too. But anyway, Yuri, Alice. Sorry about that. Is it a bad time? No, it's okay. You're leaving now? Yuri, I don't know how to thank you. Thank you so much for coming to see me. Come on, you're embarrassing me. As for me, I can't believe that damn voice, or I mean that mysterious voice, was actually a beauty like you. Yeah, Koudelka's hot. I mean, if you ever saw her in the first game, so. And of course, that was like how many years before, but also I want to thank you for saving Alice at Kihua Tower. How come it was only me whose head hurt when they heard your voice? Was I being punished? That's because all the monsters fused inside you became terrified, like bats fear the sunlight. So it was all the malice, huh? I see. There's nothing to worry about. You're protected by a greater spirit. A spirit so strong that even Albert fears. Look deep inside yourself and you know who that soul belongs to. That's a note for a side quest, by the way. I know Koudelka. Alice. You've grown strong. You've carried on your father's spirit and traveled a difficult road bravely. No, it's just because of all the help I got from everyone. I can see the burden you carry for the sake of your loved one. You're scared, right? Just don't ever give up hope. You have Yuri now. The curse may be strong, but he'll protect you, alright? Yes, that's right. I can't do anything anymore, but I'll wait here for your safe return. What? Where's all this powerful witch magic? What happened? As far as I'm aware of, like, with her fight with Albert and everything, like, it caused her to lose her magic powers, or at least tire her to the point she doesn't have them temporarily or something like that. Roger will help you with the rest. Now go. All right, folks. Well, that's pretty much it for now. If we want to go straight to the end game, we can head on to Roger Bacon and head on to the float itself, Neem, and fight what waits beyond. But you know what they say about RPGs? The best time to do anything other than beat the story where the world might be destroyed in 7 days is to do side quests. Yes, it's that point of the game, folks. So which side quest will I do first? Fight things in the pit arena? Get everyone's best equipment? Perhaps find those forbidden books that Roger Bacon or Albert Simon was mentioning? We'll find out next time in the next episode of Shadow Hearts. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.